The Eaton Canyon is located in Pasadena, California. The canyon is part of the San Gabriel Mountains and the San Gabriel Fault. The canyon has sharp ridges and is an uplifted mountain because of earthquake activities and faulting. The San Gabriel Mountains is formed because of the Pacific and North American plates scraped against one another. Once known as El Precipio by the Spanish settlers because of the steep gorges, what is now known as Eaton Canyon. It was renamed after Judge Benjamin Eaton. Benjamin Eaton had built a Fair Oaks ranch nearby. The canyon is a very popular place because there is a trail that will lead to a beautiful 30-foot waterfall. Along the trail, you will encounter many obstacles such as many rock climbing. The trail has a great scenery because of the deep canyons and the boulders of rocks. You will be crossing through many streams and many rock climbing as said, just to get to the very end. Let's start by learning about the Eaton Canyon's climate, animals, common plants, and the two types of rocks.
Eaton Canyon Falls has long dry summers and short cool winters due to being located in Southern California. This is known as subtropical or Mediterranean climate. This type of climate does not have large amounts of excess water. These restrictions stop certain plants and animals finding a habitat. The best plants suited to live here would require little to no water and be able to withstand high temperatures. These are a variety of the plants found there, but the most popular are the cactus, agave, whipple yucca, and deerweed. The cactus are known for living in extremely dry environments. The agave is a shrub with spiky, jagged, bluish-green leaves and can reach a height of 20 feet. Very similar to the agave, the whipple yucca is a shrub with spiked leaves radiating from a central point. The stalks can reach 10 feet. Lastly, the deerweed. Deerweed is a dainty native shrub. They have a way of attracting pollinators. After pollination, the flowers turn an orange color. This keeps pollinators from wasting time on flowers that have been visited. They also grow to 3 feet.
There are many animals that can be found at Eaton Canyon. The many animals which can be spotted is the western whiptail lizard, the stink beetle, and there are a variety of venomous and non-venomous snakes in the area. The western whiptail lizard is widespread throughout northern Mexico and the western United States. In the U.S., it can be found in several states such as Arizona, California, Colorado, and New Mexico. It is found in hot, dry regions, typically with sparse foliage. It can live in woodland and desert areas. Desert subspecies prefer habitats with vegetation such as sagebush and shade scow and rely on burrows to escape the desert heat. The western whiptail lizards have long and slender bodies, small grainy scales on their back, and larger rectangular scales on their belly. The upper side often has light stripes, and the throat can be pinkish or somewhat orange in adults. Here in this photo, there is a handsome pair of courting whiptail lizards. These lizards blend in extremely well with their surroundings. Another animal is the pinnacate beetle. This beetle has also earned additional nicknames such as the clown bug and the stink bug. This beetle is known for its defensive tactics such as standing on its head and squirting a noxious spray. Eaton Canyon has a variety of venomous and non-venomous snakes such as the California king snake, striped eraser snakes, gopher snakes, and lastly is the most common snake at Eaton Canyon, the Pacific rattlesnake. This snake is the only dangerous venomous snake in the coastal Los Angeles County, ranging in the color from pale gray to dark brown and black. It has somewhat diamond-shaped blotches down the back, each outlined in lighter scale. These snakes are easily identified by the presence of the rattles on a blunt tail, and by the broad head with the narrow neck creating the triangular shapes it has.
The rocks at Eaton Canyon can range from 2 billion to 100,000 years old and can be found all throughout the trails and streams. These rocks are brought into Eaton through a process called alluvium, which are water-transported rocks from floods that have occurred. There are two types of rocks that can be found at Eaton: metamorphic rocks and igneous rocks. Sediment rocks cannot be found here. The most common metamorphic rocks that can be found are the muscovite mica schist, biotite mica schist, and gneiss. The schist rocks are coarse-grained and usually contains the mica mineral, while the gneiss rocks are made up of light and dark minerals. The most common igneous rocks that can be found are the Wilson quartz diorite, low granodiorite, hornblende gabbro, granite pegmatite, and the milky quartz. The Wilson quartz diorite, low granodiorite, and hornblende gabbro are of phenolitic texture, with the crystals of each rock being equal in size, while the granite pegmatite contains large crystals due to fluid-rich environments. The milky quartz are nearly translucent rocks that are made up by silica and contains flat plains. The large boulders that are found throughout the trails are known as erratics, which is believed to have been brought from a distance by glacial action. The smooth and round surfaces of the boulders are due to the wind and the water running over them from the floods that have occurred.
At the hiking location, there are various plants. For example, there are cactus and agave. A lot of the plants found at the location have a lot to do with isostasy. The isostasy is the development of mountains when the gravity pushes down. Then the forces pushes up, creating mountains. Also, there are various rocks, but sedimentary rocks are not found there. The metamorphic rocks that are found on the hiking grounds are the muscovite mica schist and gneiss. The schist rocks have the quality of breaking off in thin layers. The rock has light and dark layers that are formed by heat and pressure. The San Gabriel Mountains have several different mountains, and they are all winding, narrow, and steep. These San Gabriel Mountains are a part of transverse ranges, and the mountains are still forming. A factor that influences mountain formation is heat. Heat is a vital component in mountain formation. Many geologists believe that when heat sinks, conversion boundaries are linked together. Then the heat currents push forward and the mountains begin to form. Another process that plays a part in mountain formation is foliation. Foliation is the process of being split into layers or laminae. It basically means that the metamorphic rocks have repetitive layers. These layers build up and mountains are eventually created at Eaton Canyon. The mountains are composed of shattered rocks and the hills are grassy. Another component that plays a role in mountain formation is climate, and in the summertime, the day temperature may exceed 80 degrees Fahrenheit. And this was our geological trip to Eaton Canyon Falls.